Hey, welcome, welcome. We are back. So, y'all hit that like button as y'all come in, so y'all don't forget. We're going to be talking about being appealing to men of means. And we need to all ask ourselves this question. Are we attractive or are we appealing to a man with money? And that doesn't just go for looks. Is it, are you appealing in different ways as well? So if you want to, make some notes or ask yourself these questions, this may help you. First of all, a lot of men who have money, they think in a different way. They don't think the same way as a man with no money. Okay, just keep this in mind. They are not going to be the same as whatever Dusty that you used to date. Their mind is going to be totally different. Okay, so you cannot treat them or deal with them like someone who doesn't have anything. You can't talk to them the same way either. Okay, there's a level of respect that comes with having, abundance. So, how you approach, how you speak, and how you treat men with money is going to set the overall tone. Okay. So, if you're treating them like you're going to treat the regular old Dusty off the street, then that's going to be a turnoff to them. Okay. Um, when you speak with someone that you're interested in, if he's a man of means, if he has money, you cannot use the same type of language as you would use with a Dusty, meaning give up the slang, give up the little abbreviations when you text, because a lot of people don't know what that stuff means, especially if they're not, in the world of texting all day long and being on social media all day long like some Dusties do, unless that's their job, but still they're not going to be looking at abbreviations because most of the time they're making money online if they're online. So give up the little silly, childish things when you speak to a man of means, which is slang and a bunch of weird abbreviations that most people that, are focused on other things don't really understand unless they're on social media all day, every day. Okay. And the next thing you need to focus on is your attitude. Is your attitude attractive? Are you a nice person in general? Are you considerate? Are you kind? Or do you speak in a way that is respectful to everyone around you? Okay. Do you talk trash about other people? No, you shouldn't do that. Okay. Um, Gossip is a no-no unless, they bring up a topic and you can nicely decline the gossip, but most likely they won't because most men of means don't waste their time with a lot of gossip. Okay. Um, so avoid talking about gossip, avoid talking about celebrities or TV shows because that shows that you are not very smart or cultured. Okay. So avoid talking about mundane things such as those. Thank you, Kiwi Sprinkle Sprinkle. I'm trying to do the video, but I'll try to answer your question. Sprinkle Sprinkle. I really would like to stay on topic today. Okay. But thank you for the donation, Sprinkle Sprinkle. We're going to also be discussing how you can change certain things about you, which is, like, oh my goodness. I'll leave the question up so that we can talk later. Oh my goodness, I'm so intimidated around this man of means. No, they like to be treated with respect like a normal person. If you over, if you overdo it, they may become uncomfortable around you and feel like you're not going to fit into their world. So try to stay, you know, as normal and treating them as normal as possible, which is, you know, with respect and not focusing on their material wealth. Like the most unclassy thing to do is to talk about their material wealth or ask them advice on how to get money and all this kind of stuff. That's not what you do. Okay. They're not there to give you advice on how to make money. They're not there to give you tips. You are there on a date or of interest to this person. So stop trying to make them your mentor. Stop trying to get advice from them all the time. Stop trying to ask them about money and stuff like that. It's very annoying to a lot of men that have money. Okay. If they choose to offer you advice or if they want to give you a tip or something like that, that's great. But you don't initiate that. Okay. That's very, it's a turnoff. Okay. Remember, they have to see that you're somewhat on their level so that they can introduce you to their friends, to their colleagues, so they can bring you around people. So, you know, your first couple of dates is almost like, you know, your audition into their life. If you are acting a certain way, if you're dressed a certain way, if your focus is on a certain thing, they're not going to bring you around certain people because they're not going to accept those things. Okay. So when a lot of women ask me questions like, oh, I feel so intimidated, that's because maybe you need to realize there are certain things that some men find attractive in a woman and some things that are a turnoff when it comes to men with money. Okay. You're not going to ask him a bunch of personal questions either. Okay. Because that's rude in general. Okay, the type of questions that Dusties will ask you, or the type of questions that you will ask a Dusty, you do not ask a man with money. Okay, this is why a lot of your questions, sometimes that you guys ask, I say he must be a Dusty, because men of means don't ask certain questions. Men with money do not ask how many men you've slept with. Okay, that's number one. They don't ask that. Number two, they don't ask. They don't ask you anything about how much money you make. They don't ask you what you bringing to the table. They don't ask you any of those things. Okay. So you won't even have to answer those things. They're going to stay appropriate. They're going to try to be, you know, as impressive as they can with you, but they're not going to ask you inappropriate questions like that, you know, especially if they really like you. So yeah, don't do that. Don't ask them all their questions, and don't ask them like too many questions as if you're trying to locate them online. If they want you to find them online, they will tell you, oh, you can Google me. Don't be so interested in what they do for a living or how much they make. Be more interested in them as a person. Okay. Make sure that you're understanding that they're almost, you know, wanting just to interact with someone on a normal basis and not have to talk about their work or their money all the time. Okay. I'll start incorporating that into your routine. Okay, great. Never ask them what they do for a living, right? Let them tell you, or ask them what they did today, or how was your day. If they want to implement that in there, like, oh, well, I went to my, you know, my office and did A, B, C, and D, they'll kind of explain it to you. And then that may come into, you know, that may come into the conversation, but you don't straight up ask unless you're trying to get rid of them. You know what I mean? So if you're trying to get rid of them, yeah, ask the bad questions. If they really like you, they're not going to let that deter them either. A lot of men means like challenges. They like competition. They like to earn and win. So That's why you don't have to hold back when it comes to, you know, your standards, but you don't list your standards out. You just act accordingly to maintain those standards. Okay. So, you know, I don't think any woman would like if a man came up to them, you know, when they were on their first or second date and said, well, these are my standards. You know, nobody likes that. And I don't know why women go around doing that. I never said to go tell people your standards. Let them know your standards. That's totally different. Letting them know your standards. This is like on the first and second date. You're only just going to uphold the standards. You don't need to list them. If they ask you later on after you've been dating a while, what's going on and why don't you do this and why don't you do that? Then you can say, oh, well, I don't do this and I don't do that. But on the first and second date, you're just going to act out the standards. Okay. If you're not used to talking to men that, are successful and you find yourself easily bored, remember your goal. Okay. Remember your goal. If you are just hooked on the dusty life because it's unpredictable and exciting, whether you're going to get your meal paid for or not, whether you're going to see him next week or not, if you're just addicted to that and you find men of means or certain type of men who are successful boring, you have to realize that their life is not going to be as eventful because they've planned it out so that there are no big surprises sneaking up on them. Okay. No drama, no financial issue, no this, no that, so you're not going to have that dusty, hood excitement or that dusty, trashy trailer hood, whatever excitement in your life. He's not going to be in jail for a week and you thought he ghosted you. Okay. He's not going to tell you he can't pay for the date because his baby mama took all his check this week for child support or whatnot. Okay. That's not going to pop up. So yes, boring is actually good because it leaves more time to get to know each other. It leaves more time to spend with each other, and it leaves less, anxiety and drama. So learn to appreciate what you call boring. Because if you don't, your life is going to be full of ups and downs and you might not like them. So a lot of women, okay, I see a question like, what are some exciting things to talk about? Men are excited by women. When men are excited by you, okay? But that doesn't mean you need to talk about yourself. It just means you need to be what is exciting in their presence, okay? That means you need to look good. You need to be enticing, semi-seductive, very feminine. That is exciting enough, okay? You have, if they like you, you have a long time to talk about everything you need to talk about. But remember, a man is a visual creature. And when they have you out and about in a public place, they want to soak in all of your beauty, your allure, your femininity. They want to experience it. So focus on that. That is exciting for them. Okay. Stop trying to overdo things and impress men. It shows insecurity. Okay. Remember that. If you go above and beyond to impress some guy, they think that, oh, why does she have to do all of this? Why is she performing for me? Why, is she insecure about something? Why is she doing all this extra? I just want her to sit there and let me absorb all, this woman that she is. Why is she trying to do this and that, you know. Why is she bringing up this? I don't care about that. I don't care about that. I just want to experience you. Okay. So no doing all of that other stuff. Religion, politics, yeah, none of that. Ugh, please don't even talk about that. So none of that. Never tell him what to do. You can use, you know, suggestions. Never give advice or tell him what to do unless he asks or you know him very well and he welcomes your advice on a regular basis. But never just give someone else advice they didn't ask for, especially someone, you know, a man of means. And remember to ask yourself this: if you're not successful in one area that you're giving advice in, do not give advice, period. It just makes you look foolish. You can ask questions, but don't ask too many questions because that becomes annoying. Okay. Another way that you can tell if you're appealing to a man of means is that he wants to take you to a lot of places. That means he wants to show you off. If he wants to take you to a lot of public places, that means he likes the way you look. You represent him well. He is proud to be with you. Okay. If he wants to hide you away and invite you, you know, to private places or to, you know, his house or, you know, whatever, that means he can't be seen out in public with you. Okay. There's something about your appearance, how you act, walk, talk, how you dress that he is not in agreement with. Okay. And rather than telling you what you need to change, he's just going to categorize you as a certain type of woman that he can only see at his house. Okay. So make sure you don't end up as the housewoman. Mm-hmm. Make sure that he's not hiding you away or making you meet him on the outskirts of town, out of town, you know, in these weird, you know, places that no one frequents. Because that means he's hiding you and he's ashamed, right? A lot of men may do this if you're much, much younger or you look way too young for them. They may also do this. This is why it is important to kind of class your appearance up if you look young. Dress appropriately, because people may not know if he's a date, a family member, a colleague, or something like that. So you want to always look appropriate and classy and covered if you look very young and he's old. Okay. You don't want to embarrass him and look like a call girl. Okay. So class yourself up all the way if you look extra young. That way he's not ashamed or embarrassed to be seen out in public with you. Number one. Okay. You said or through the back door of the hotel, right? Okay, let me answer this question. Why do men say to me, I ain't scared of you or ain't scared of nobody in a flirty way? They're letting you know that you have no power over them. You know, and that hopefully you won't have to deal with that much longer if you level up a little bit more. Because, you know, some men, they're not, you know, men of means, they're never going to say a line like that. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. There you go. Yeah. Y'all need to go out. A lot of women who are actual call girls do not look like call girls. They look like business women. They look like, you know, socialites, bougie socialites. They don't look like hookers. Okay. So this is why a lot of men will hide you away, because if you look like a hooker, they're going to be embarrassed to be seen out with you. And the reason I say that is because a lot of women get their fashion sense from Instagram. Okay. And that's not the same as, maybe what's appropriate in his world. So you'll have to remember that. You can't always go to Instagram for fashion inspiration, especially if you're dating a man of means, because you're not going to fit into his world. Mm-hmm. So remember that. Also, remember what you order. Okay, if you go on a date, I've said this so many times. Do not order the typical low class meal. Okay, let me tell you what the typical low class meal is. You probably ordered it. Don't be ashamed. Don't even be embarrassed. Never order it again. Okay. What is the typical low class meal to order on a date at a restaurant? I'll let y'all fill in the blanks and then I'll tell you guys. First of all, never ever order the most expensive thing. That means this is my only chance to get this meal if I go out with this man, so I'm going to order the most expensive thing. Right? Don't order the most expensive thing. Yep. I said it last night, right? Do not order fettuccine Alfredo with anything. Okay? No. Do not order anything fried. Unless that's all the restaurant serves. Like I don't think that will be the case, but do not order anything fried. Okay? Whatever you order, make sure that you're going to like it and not make funny faces at it when it arrives. Okay? You said what's wrong with fettuccine? There's nothing wrong with it. It's just what people order when they don't know what else to order, or when they don't want to try anything new, or when they have not expanded their palate. And it's the only familiar thing on the menu. It's very basic. Yes. So try to order something a little bit different. Okay. What if it's an Italian restaurant? They have other items on the menu as well. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Let me see. When I'm out with my sugar daddy, random people come up and be like, "Oh my God, your daughter is so beautiful." Wonderful. Sprinkle Sprinkle. They do that all the time, but it's better than, "Oh my God, your hooker is inappropriate." Sprinkle Sprinkle. They would rather them think you're their daughter rather than you're their hooker or their call girl. I promise you. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Mm-hmm. No Moscato, baby. Do not order Moscato. Okay, don't do that. That's like, no, never. What about shrimp scampi? It's a second. It's a number two. That's like number two to Alfredo. Try to stay away from the typical, stereotypical, basic foods that most people order who don't know what to order on the menu. Okay. Try something different or less predictable. There you go. That's all. Don't order brown liquor either. Okay. As a woman, it's very masculine. Do not order no brown liquor. Do not order any Moscato. Don't order fettuccine Alfredo with scrimps. Do not order crab legs. Do not order any typical thing that is quote unquote ratchet, basic, or low class. Thank you. Yes, you can ask the waiter what they suggest. You can ask him what he suggests, whoever you're with, or you can pick something that's less basic. Thank you. Okay. Don't. Oh, and I always say, don't unless the person that you're with asks you if you or suggests that you take whatever it is to go, whatever. Do not ask for a to-go container. Leave the food, baby. You don't need it that bad. And do not clean or clear your entire plate. Leave some food on that plate, okay? And definitely find a video on table manners before you go out to eat with anybody. Because I have seen so many people out and about eating, and their table manners are horrendous. Don't talk with your mouth full or while you're chewing. I know that's basic knowledge, but don't do that. Take small bites. Chew longer than you normally chew. Do not finish your food before he do. There you go. So yeah, make sure you just know all those little things. It may be a turn off just how you eat, how fast you eat, what you order. That could just be a total turn off. You could be ghosted for one small detail and you don't even know why. You said your religion says don't waste food. Well, the ants will eat it. The rats in the trash and the dumpster will eat it. So that's how you justify that. You ain't wasting food. That food's gonna go to the maggots, the rats, and the roaches. Okay? Just think of it as feeding the other creatures. I'm being honest. Like, some people may not be familiar with your religion and just think you're hungry and don't get to eat. Okay. I'm wearing a little soft. What? Okay, yeah. Don't give anything that will give you the itis or gas, right? Is it okay to vape alone in privacy? I mean, if that's what you want to do, I think it's better to do that in private if you have to do it than to do it in public. Okay. Okay, so you will never date outside your culture or religion, so no worries. Okay. Well, then you're good. Yeah. But if you do, there's different things that apply. So happy my mom didn't let me get tattoos when I was younger. Sorry, but tattoos, yeah. I didn't get my first tattoo till I was like mid-30s. So yeah, I understand. Okay. Oh yes, of course. Don't overdrink. Don't get drunk, baby. If you go on dates to get drunk, that's not a good thing. And don't try to drink a lot before you go on the date so that you show up drunk or high or smelling like marijuana, whatever. Okay, don't do that. Once again, okay, so are you appealing to men of means? Okay. How do you treat people when you when you meet them? Like, are you snobby? Are you friendly? Are you welcoming? Are you antisocial? They're going to watch how you interact with other people, like the waitress or the hostess or just some random people that may say hello or whatever. So you need to make sure that you're displaying, um, social skills that aren't awkward. Okay. Because all this is churning in his head to whether he wants to take you to another place um, in the future, and who he wants to introduce you to, and if you are going to fit into his life. And a lot of times men do not feel like that they should correct you, because it could come off as controlling, or it could come off as domineering over you, because you just don't know any better, and they don't want to have to finish raising you or teaching you manners. So a lot of times they'll just keep you private or not take it to the next level with you, because they don't want to come off as saying something is wrong with you. So they'll just let you go. This is why it's best to always learn certain manners, table manners, social skills, etc., because they don't want to correct you, because you will get an attitude. You will be upset if they told you about yourself. Okay. So this is why I say do all that you can do for yourself before going out with anybody. Level up. Okay. So anyway, do you have any questions on any of this so far? Yeah, I said that already, Kryptonotics. Don't talk with food in your mouth. Oh my God, I would die if a female did that on a date. That would get eliminated. Yeah. You like to joke around. You're quite goofy. Should I tone it down first? Yeah, tone it down. That comes later on. Okay. That comes later on. I mean, you can show a little bit of your personality, that, in your sense of humor, but don't bring it all out at once. Let him discover that. You understand? So have hints of a sense of humor. Have hints of someone who likes to, play around a little bit, but do not be on full display until later. That has to come a lot later. Like a gift, they have to unwrap that. Okay. So you get tired of salmon, then order something else. Who says you have to order salmon all the time? That can become typical too. You know? For me, I mean, why even order the same thing over and over? Sometimes there's other stuff. Just try something different. Ask him what they suggest. Ask the waiter what they suggest. Try it. Do something exciting and adventurous. This is how you can expand your palate at the same time. Don't just be getting the same thing you used to all the time. That's boring. Are there any? What are your specials, or what are the? What do you? They'll If it's a nice restaurant, they're going to tell you what they suggest and what's recommended and whatnot. They're going to tell you. So, and if you don't like it, then find something else on the menu. But still, try to be adventurous when you're going out, at least, because it makes the date more fun when you're trying something new. Um, you see, sounds like you'll be sitting there drinking water. Well, so here's the thing. That's also another issue. Like if you're afraid to try new things, that's a turn off. Okay. It's a turn off where I only eat fried food and I only eat stuff with this on it. I don't eat nothing else. That's very closed minded and low class. You must open your mind and your palate, which is, your taste for food. Because a lot of people with money, they like to go to fine dining and try new things and experience this and that. Okay. So you have to. Otherwise, you'll be the boring person that they can't go out and do things with because you're too restricted in your, um, diet or your whatever. And even me being a vegan, I will still order certain things, but I'm not going to, I'm still going to order something on the menu. I'll customize it or whatever I need to do in order to sit there and eat something and enjoy it. But I'm not getting ready to say, oh, I just have water or order the most basic thing. So that's what you got to do. You got to be like, oh, I've never tried this before. I think I'll try this. Then there's your conversation. When your food comes, oh, that looks so good and interesting. Well, I hope I like it. It's really good. I'm so glad I ordered this. Um, there you go. Okay, so y'all get it about the food, right? What do I order? I'll make a dish. Okay, I will make a dish. I will look at the menu and see all the ingredients that you have, and I will make up a dish. They might just put it on the menu later on. Or I'll order a bunch of side orders. Okay. Or tell them to take this off if, I want this without the meat. Or I'll take this, and that. What things to do? What things to do would be an asset to rich man? Look good, baby. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Look good and have manners. That's number one. Look good and have manners. Be someone you can take somewhere. Be someone that they can be proud to display and take somewhere and introduce to their friends, family, and colleagues. That's number one. Okay. Eh. Would anyone date a rich guy that's not the best looking? Rich men, men with money, they don't have to look good, baby. They got money. You see, their bank account look good. Okay, sprink. Now they have to smell good. They have to have good hygiene. For some people don't like you got to take care of yourself. You can be messed up here, but you got to be good everywhere else. You got to take care of yourself. Right. Men are not supposed to be as attractive as the woman anyway. You know what I'm saying? They're the man. They're supposed to be rough, masculine, the go-getter, be able to fight for you if you need defending. So they're not going to be they're not going to be as beautiful as you are. I mean, they can be sexy in a masculine way. Okay. And a lot of times women who see men with money think that they're sexy, but if you took the money away, sometimes they wouldn't be sexy anymore, right? Think about it. Think about all the men that have money. Now take their money away. Would you talk to them? if they was broke. Think about it. Any Valentine's Day tips for a solo date? Don't go out. Stay home, level up, have an at-home thing. I think going out is just going to make you feel worse if you see a bunch of couples. Thank you, Justice for All. Please don't make a grossed out face when someone is eating food that's foreign to you. Don't help waiter clean up table. Thank you, Justice for All. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. Woo. Thank you for saying this, because I have seen so many people do this and it annoys me so bad. So bad. Especially the part about cleaning up the table. If you go to a restaurant and you eat and there is no reason for you to do the work of the busboy or the waitress, stop. I don't care if you were a waitress or a busboy in your past. You're not one tonight. You're not one there. So stop. Allow them to do their job so you don't look like you're, at your job or your former job. Let them do that. Allow them to do that. Don't stack dishes. Don't clean up. Don't go to get the crumbs off the table. That is so bad. I mean, if you're in a regular, family-friendly restaurant and you have kids that's throwing stuff everywhere, yeah, you can do that, but not on a date with a man of means in a high-end restaurant, okay? Don't do that. Thank you, Sprinkle Sprinkle. I think I saw another. Here we go. Thank you, Anna. I've heard you say that you shouldn't cook for your husband. Can you explain that a little more and how you got about that? Do you just go out to eat? Okay, here's the reason why I say don't cook. Now, you can cook once or twice, once a week if you want to. But here's the thing. If you do something all the time, every day, people get used to that. They get used to it. Then they stop appreciating it. Then it becomes almost mandatory. Then it becomes a stressor. Then it becomes your focus for the day. Then it becomes, oh my gosh, I didn't cook. What am I going to cook? I don't need that question in my head. Okay. What am I going to eat versus what I'm going to cook? That's the question I would rather have, because the stress that brings upon someone, especially if they're not getting paid for it, is too much. And when they don't even say thank you, when they're late, when they don't finish it, if they don't like it, if, they already ate before they got home because they tired of your cooking because you cook every day, I'm not getting ready to be that woman, period. If I cook for you, you're going to truly appreciate it because it's going to be a rare thing. Okay? We will have food in the house. You can prepare whatever you like as an individual. You can stop on the way home. You can order something. We can all order something at the same time. It's whatever. But I'm not getting ready to do all of that preparation, worry, and stress myself out over a dang meal. Sorry. If you like to cook, if that's your passion, then by all means cook. If you don't care, and that's something that you truly enjoy, because some people truly enjoy cooking, and there's nothing wrong with cooking if you truly enjoy it and are not looking for validation or gratitude or appreciation. You just cook because you was going to do it anyway, whether they were there or not. So I say don't cook for no man, especially if you're not your husband, but don't cook for your husband every day. Maybe some days he need to cook for you. Maybe some days y'all need to go out to eat or order in, or y'all need to fix y'all's own individual food, or you can do food prep and just have stuff to warm up. So that's what I think, because it makes them appreciate you more rather than less. That's fine. Thank you, manifesting Leo goddess. Although it may seem counterintuitive, but you're telling the truth about cooking. Do not set a standard that will later become a chore. That's true. I would never be a regular cook unless I am on payroll. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. That is not my job. That is not my job because I'm not getting paid for it. You know why? Because I could do the same thing at someone else's house and make $50 an hour. That's why. And I ain't finna do it for free. Okay. Okay. This is what they mean by American women. American woman, stay away from me. Thank you, Holy Girl Boss Sprinkle Sprinkle. Do you think it's okay to hire help? Yeah, hire help. Hire some ugly help. Sprinkle Sprinkle. You said, what if he cheats? Hire ugly help. There you go. Okay. You said you don't mind cooking if he cleans up? Yeah, I can see that. I don't mind cooking if he grocery shops, cleans up. I just dirty up everything and yeah, that would be a compromise. I would say that would be a compromise. If you go do the grocery shopping and get everything on the list right and correct, because you know sometimes they don't, or you can order the stuff online. If they clean it up, you ain't got to wash no dishes, touch nothing. All you got to do is burn some stuff and heat it up and whatnot. And they put all the leftovers up. They clean everything, and great. Maybe I will, but I'm not going to stress over the other things. That's what you do, food prep, right? You said that's fair, right? Yeah, that would be fair if you want to compromise, but still, it shouldn't be expected every day. And believe me, if he got to clean up every day and order groceries and all that stuff, he's not going to want you to cook every day either. Okay? Think about it. He's going to be like, let's eat out tonight. I don't feel like washing all them dishes. Okay. You feel like an idiot. You spent so much time raising my stepdaughter and being her cook, stylish, chauffeur. Well, then stop. Do something for yourself. Tell her, say, she should have been in there learning how to do it for herself so you can stop eventually. Like, I taught, like, if I do cook, my kids are right there watching so they can know how to cook too. Because, like, once you learn something, I'm not doing it too much more anymore. You know how to cook? Okay. You know where the food is. Okay. You know how to do laundry? Bye. Free yourself by teaching your children what to do. I don't care. That's not your job. If they're old enough to do the job, that's not your job anymore. Tell them how to do it and be done. And only cook on special occasions or to show your love to them, not because you have to. My kids are in junior high school. Right. Okay. I knew how to cook in the 3rd grade though. Not most dishes, but like I knew how to cook breakfast and I knew how to make lunch. Okay. I just said I have to teach your kids. Like if you have little bitty kids, they're not gonna eat the same thing as your husband gonna eat anyway. Feed them kid food. If y'all want to cook together, like as a couple, and make it all romantic and stuff, and that's what y'all like to do, great. But it shouldn't be all on one person. That's what I'm saying. Yeah. If y'all like to cook as a bonding thing and clean up together and you like to do it and you look forward to that, great. It's not your job anymore. Now it's a way to spend time together. If you're gonna be in the kitchen slaving away for someone who doesn't appreciate you, no, definitely don't do that. Or send them a bill with the plate, because you know I will. Cash app. Before you get your plate, you're gonna have to pay, just like in the ghetto restaurants. You're gonna get a cash app request. Oh my gosh, I went to this one restaurant one time. It wasn't in an area that I would normally hang out, but they had such good reviews because the food was so good. They make you pay before you get your food. I'm like, ooh, yeah, the ghetto. It's like, what? We in the ghetto. Okay, so that's what I would do. Like, before you get your plate, I'm gonna send you a cash app request. Okay, so we're supposed to be talking about are you appealing to a man of means? If you get to know him to an extent where you're invited over to, one of his friends' homes or his home or whatever on a social, gathering, at a social gathering, whatever, do not clean up his house either. Do not clean up his house either. Don't become the maid. If you become the maid, what you need to do is get paid to be the maid at least, okay? And he's not going to see you as a potential, wife anymore if you're just going to go to cleaning. Because then, first of all, it means he didn't clean up before you came over there, so he don't care what you think. And it also means that even if he did clean up, he didn't clean up good enough for you, and it shows that you're, judging his habits of how he cleans his home. So refrain from doing all of that. Don't go over his house and take it over as if it's yours. Have respect for somebody's environment. Okay. If he invites you to do certain things, like, oh, would you mind coming over here and let me show you this? Or, do you want to help me with this? Great. But don't go in there and just start cooking and cleaning and doing his laundry like the maid. Okay. Because some women do that thinking, oh, he's going to think I'm a good wife. No. He's going to think you a good maid. Right. Okay, another thing is like your clothes. Yeah, your clothes. No booty shorts. I will repeat, baby. No booty shorts. No booty shorts. No bodycon. Throw those out if you're going to be dating a man of means. Okay. No leggings. Unless you're going to work out. No Air Jordans. Okay. Okay. Now, thank you. Throw them out. Keep them for the gym. I know, right? People are like, no leggings. What am I gonna wear? Clothes. I look good in leggings. Yep, Dusty's always loved leggings. Remember that. Dusty's love a legging. Now, if it's lounge clothes around your home, if you have not left your house, if you're not going to the gym, you shouldn't have on leggings. If you go to the gym, you can wear whatever type of leggings you like. If you're in your house and you're in loungewear and legging is a part of the outfit, wonderful. But do not leave your house as if leggings is a part of your wardrobe. Sprinkle, sprinkle. What to do if a potential wants to meet but don't know you fat? You should tell him before. I don't know. I mean, what do y'all think, man? I'll let the men answer this one because I don't know. I don't. As long as they got money, I don't even care if they fat. But it's the opposite for men. So, what y'all think, man? If y'all were talking to some chick online and she didn't tell you she was fat, and you want to meet her, what would you do if she showed up fat? I don't know. Just y'all can answer. Someone says shapewear. That's not gonna get rid of everything, but you know. Someone says tuck it in. They would need to know before I left my house and wasted my time, you know. So I would definitely be honest. Send them up a full body shot. Just stand up, take a picture of yourself, and send it. See if the date gets canceled. That's all I can say. Let me see. He got to know what you look like. He got how he not gonna know what you look like and you looking like before. Some people might have old pictures. Now I've seen this. Some people might be catfishing or putting out old pictures from 10 years ago when they was thin. Okay. Be like, this is me. Yeah, but that was a long time ago. You've gained weight. So that's why I'm like, okay, show them a recent picture. He said blame the quarantine. Oh my gosh. He said, don't ever come by here again. That's what I tell fat gals. Okay, white lives matter. He said white lives matter. A mess. So, sure, my sugar daddy is getting me furniture, laptop, and printer as I requested. But I still want a Valentine's Day gift. How do I ask without sounding unappreciative of all that he's done? Ask him what he's getting you for Valentine's Day. After you thank him for what he's already getting you. Oh my gosh, you don't know how much this means to me. Thank you so much. I love that you're, getting me my computer, printer, and all that stuff. So I'm so excited to see what you get me for Valentine's Day. That's how you do it. Okay. You're amazing. Thank you. How much money would a guy need for me to date them enough to pay all these bills? And so if I had a job that I could quit it, enough to fully provide, baby. That's how much. Um, you're welcome. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Hmm. That was my standard when I was tired of dating Dusties. I just had to make a one standard in order to avoid Dusties altogether or wasting my time anymore. I'm like, look, if you can't handle all these bills and I can't quit my job or I don't have to work, then we can't date. Like, not seriously anyway. That was just a way to speed things along and avoid wasting time. Sorry. And it worked. um, you're supposed to let the thank you, Nene, sprinkle, sprinkle. This is a good question. I know you're supposed to let the guy ramble, but how do you respond to when he asks, so tell me about yourself? Whatever you made up and wrote down on that paper I told y'all to write down and make up. Whatever lie you done came up with to sound good and appealing, and to bait him into doing exactly what you need him to do later on. Whatever you sit down and wrote, whatever work of fiction you done wrote, that's what you tell him. Y'all need to find that video. Y'all need to write this stuff down and memorize it. You don't tell him the truth or everything, unless your truth, or whatever you're going to tell him, is strategically selected and benefits you in the future. Okay? Because sometimes your truth can benefit you in the future. Sometimes your truth can work in that certain case. But if it doesn't work, then you go to being creative. Okay? Then you go to being creative. Don't talk about negative things. This is another thing. You can't appeal to a man of means sitting there talking about all your problems, issues, and negative things in your life. And oh, woe is me. You can't impress someone that has their life going the way that they want it, and you're sitting over there talking about how everything is not good for you, because they're gonna feel like they're gonna catch whatever you got and lose everything they got. So they're gonna want to steer far from you. Okay, so have a positive outlook on life. Be eager to learn new things if they're trying to teach you something. Ask questions, but not too many. Make sure that your attitude is not draining them, because some people are so draining and they don't even realize it. So that's how. Not in the beginning. Okay, hold on. Don't talk about negative things. That's right. Try not to catch that broke frequency. Exactly. Sprinkle, sprinkle. My birthday is in March. Yeah, I'm a March Pisces. Do you ever stop your lies? That's very devious spirit inside you. I never stop lying. I'll lie and tell the truth at the same time. That's how good I am. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Okay. I'll be a cylinder and a rectangle at the same time. It's about perspective, lighting, and angles. Okay. If you ain't smart enough to figure it out, that's your problem. You say you lie to your man, but only when you really need to. And that's another thing, like, don't expect everybody to be 100% honest with you. That's never going to be it. So stop trying to hold people up to that expectation when you can't even hold yourself up to that expectation. If you lie, then don't expect other people not to lie either. That's just it, that's just being a hypocrite right there. Some people don't want to tell you everything about themselves. Some people want to tell you in their own time. Some people don't think you need to know everything. Some people would rather spare your feelings than to tell you the truth. So they're going to lie. Some people don't want you to take advantage of them based on how or what type of decisions they made in their past. So they're not going to tell you the truth. Okay. And there's nothing wrong with that. Just like walking around with clothes on is a lie because you're naked underneath there. Just like wearing makeup and wigs are a lie because that's not what you really look like. Do you really want the world to be an honest place? Seasoning food is a lie. That food don't taste like that. You want to be super honest, 100% honest? Don't ask for that. If you have to change anything about anything and that makes it different or appear different, it's a lie. So cooking food is a lie because that's not what that food tastes like for real. We lie all the time. So stop. If the lie is not hurting anyone, then I don't see a problem with it. When you're writing a book, it's not a lie. It's called fiction. It's called creativity. It's called character building. Okay? So whatever. Okay. Yep. Everything is a lie. Wearing a bra is a lie. Your boobs don't sit up like that. Taking a bath is a lie. You don't smell like that unless you wash yourself. You got to add water and soap. So where do we stop? And where do we start? Who knows? Do y'all like my philosophy on lying? I should write a book. You better lie. Why lying is necessary by SheRaSeven. Right. You said political folks lie all the time. Right. Everybody you know has lied to you. So whatever. Don't be mad. Embrace it. Be happy that someone decided to be creative enough, strategic enough to even make up a lie to tell you. Okay? You better be happy somebody's sitting there lying to you, because at the end of the day, they could have just told you the truth, hurt your feelings, and moved on. Or sped up the breakup. Or allow you to deal with emotional distress because they did what they wanted to do. Like, do y'all really want people to tell y'all the truth? Y'all need to be careful what y'all ask for. You said soap has lie in it. That's right. Mm-hmm. Y'all are so silly, but it's funny. So people really can't handle the truth anyway. They really can't. So that's why they need you to lie to them. You have experience being grateful for the lies. Exactly. What if somebody was brutally honest with you? You would be mad. You would hate them. Thank you, Dark Lordism Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate you. Y'all go get y'all oud from Oud Jira. Subscribe to Dark Lordism. He makes the ooze, sells them and all that. Or he sells the ooze on his Etsy store. And he has a YouTube channel, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Okay. We have, I know. Lord. The Dusty Brigade has come. So now the thing is, you have to be smart if you're going to do that. You're going to have to write your stuff down, remember it, have a backup for if you get, exposed or busted. You have to have a backup for that. Of course, be smart about it. Don't be a dumb liar. There's nothing worse than a dumb liar. Okay, nothing worse than a dumb liar. Another thing that a man of means will find attractive is, in you is if you are passionate about something. You have to have a passion, and it can't be something stupid either. You have to have a passion about something, be able to conversate about something that you enjoy or like, and also that you can put yourself into and actually have a life, So find something that you're passionate about and be able to speak about it. Da, da, da. Okay. Make sure whatever you're passionate about is appropriate for the conversation and the time that you have met. So if it's something inappropriate, don't talk about that. Find something else. It could be a hobby. It could be, charity work. It could be whatever. If it's your career, focus more on the creative side of that and less on the career side of it. Don't even mention that it is your career. Like, let's say if you do a certain thing, you're like, oh, I really love to write. If you're a journalist, or if you write freelance or whatever, or if you work for some type of newspaper or whatnot, you know, or magazine, just say, oh, I love to write. Don't say I'm a writer and I work for such and such and such and such. Blah, blah, blah. Let them find that out much, much later, after they've already impressed you, wined and dined you, invested in you and all that. Yeah, choose one. Don't say a bunch of stuff that you're passionate about. Just choose one and go with that one. If first you practice to deceive, there will be no reprieve. And it don't matter if it rhymes, it's still a lie too. Okay? That's all I'm saying. You can make stuff rhyme all day long. It don't mean it's correct. People will lie to you when they need to, and that will just be that. And you may not even know. Your mama lied to you. Your daddy lied to you. Your teachers lied to you. The government lied to you. Everybody lies to everybody. What are you going to do about it? Mm-hmm. Y'all heard the dog. Okay, so that's why I don't care if people lie to me, because I already know they're gonna do it. It's like, you gonna breathe today? I don't get offended when people lie to me. Why? Because I'm not gonna ask them a question that I would be offended if they did lie to me. When I ask a question, I already expect, not every time, but from certain people in certain situations, I already expect a lie. So it's basically just a setup. Like, if you ask a question and you already know they're going to lie, you're going to see how they're going to lie, what details they're going to use in their lie, and then you're going to put together the truth. Because the lie becomes the truth. Billie Jean, not my love. Okay? I even can hear when people lie. I know when people are lying to me. I can hear it in their voice. It's just a whole different frequency when someone lies. I don't care if you lie. I know when you lie. But if you're lying about something that I need you to tell me the truth on, I'm going to say, oh, I know you're lying. So what really happened? And I'm not going to even be mad about it. There's going to be no anger with it whatsoever. I'm going to be like, I don't know why you lie. You already know I can tell when you're lying. So just tell me what's up. There's no way around it. You can't lie. To me, you can lie and I'll let it slide. But when I want to know something, I will tell you. No, let's. I don't want the lie today. I want the truth. So what's really happening? Because this is important. Every other day, lie. I don't care. But today, I need to know for real what happened. And when you're that comfortable with accepting everyone else and how they lie, you don't get mad about people lying to you no more. You know when they're lying and you know when they're not lying. And when you need that truth, you just let them know, baby, I need the truth. I know you're lying. Just come on with it. I don't care. You know I don't care. You lie to me every day. So I need the truth today. And they'll be like, okay, well, here, So don't let lying stand in your way of your happiness. You said, was I always like this? I think it comes over time, because like when you first meet someone, you always expect them to be honest and truthful with you, because you want to be honest and truthful with them, because you just want to lay all your cards out on the table and be vulnerable and have people accept you for you and blah, blah, blah. But a lot of times that's not the case with everyone. Some men are wanting to impress you so much because they like you so much that they're going to lie until, you know, they can get what they want, or they can impress you because they think that you have options. So some men have to lie in order to even get a woman, right? And so some women expect everything that man says to be true because she's telling the truth about everything. But when all of those things end up being lies, then you're automatically sad and disappointed and wondering why they deceived you. Instead of asking, what was the reason behind the deception? Oh, because they wanted to impress you and they wanted you to like them and they wanted you to do all these things. Da, da, da. So I'm thinking more about that versus the actual deception, you know. And then for a man, if a woman lied to him and he finds out the truth, if he's smart, he will ask the same questions. Well, what was the reason behind lying to me? They're not going to just be mad and react. They're going to reason with it. They're like, okay, well, maybe she wasn't comfortable with me knowing that yet because she didn't think I was going to accept her. And maybe she wanted me to get to know her first before judging, which is what people should do. So this is why sometimes when people lie and people know that they're lying, they don't check them on it because they understand why the lie was told in the first place. It's just unspoken. Okay. Um, and then later on, when y'all are all close and been knowing each other for years, y'all can laugh about it. You don't remember when I told you this and I lied? Ha 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 ha. It's because I know that you would be judgmental, so I knew you had to get to know me a little bit better before you knew that I had a pig leg or whatever. Just kidding. That before you knew I had a fake booty, whatever you're lying out. Before you knew I had a child, before you knew I didn't have a job, something, whatever you're lying about. Before you knew I had a wig. Oh, I already knew you had a wig. Well, several wigs. Anyway, and they'll understand that and you can laugh about it later. But sometimes being so honest in the beginning can get you dismissed so quickly because when people meet you, they're expecting to meet the one or someone that's going to make them happy. And some people are overly picky in the beginning of relationships, so to their own detriment. So lying has become almost necessary to get to even know people. Sorry, it just is what it is. I don't like it. Y'all lying to yourselves. So that's the truth. Mm-hmm. um, we'll laugh about it later for sure. Mm-hmm. Um, when a man cheats and lies, do you think it's because he thinks you're dumb or just his thing? I don't think he thinks you're dumb. I mean, everybody lies. Does that mean everyone thinks you're dumb? It means he thought he was really smart that you would believe it. That's the only credit he getting. He thinks that he was really smart that you wouldn't figure it out. So that might mean he's dumb for telling a stupid lie that you already figured out. If he was really smart, you wouldn't have known he lied until later. Later. So it just shows you how dumb he is by telling a bad lie. He thought he could get away with it. Right. The laws of reciprocity is just tell me the truth, right? You can request the truth all you want, don't mean you're gonna get it. Okay. Believe me. It's sad because so many people, that's all that they want and they will never get it. And when they do get it, they don't want it no more. Okay. Be careful what you really want. I would say there's a gray area. Learn to live in that gray area. You'll be happier. Now there's like people that are lying too much, and then there's people that are too honest. Be that in the middle. Okay. And another thing, like if you're out with a man of means and he lies to another person about something, you don't give him no stupid look like, huh, you lying. You don't give him this. You go along with it. Shoot, you got to represent him. If he lying for a reason, okay? You can't be all looking stupid next to him, so giving a lie away. Okay, some women are just like, duh. Oh my god, that's not true. But I thought you said this. Like you can't hang. We can't hang out no more. I'm so sorry. Like some people, they just go by some rules that they were given and not told why, and then just living the messed up life as a result of it. Y'all need to create y'all's own morals, those own rules. Okay? Because if you don't, you're gonna end up looking stupid at the end of the day, and nobody's gonna want to deal with you because you like, oh my gosh, I ran into my colleague and I told him this, and that, and so I had to lie, and then this stupid chick gave it away that I was lying. So I can't see her anymore. She doesn't know how to play this game. You see? So y'all gonna have to be comfortable with stuff as well. Mm-hmm. I've noticed that only broke women want. Oh my gosh, who's Dwan? I don't even. I'm not even saying. I'll read it the correct way. I've noticed that only broke women want great value men. That's because great value is the generic brand for Walmart that make over 100 grand because they don't want to work. No, it's not broke women. It's women who don't want to get in a relationship with someone and work twice as hard for way less money just to say that they have a man. That's the difference. You're gonna have to come with it if you want to be with a woman. You're gonna have to afford a woman if you want to be with a woman. You know what I'm saying? So that's what they need. They need a man to be able to provide fully. And if they can't, so what? Another one will. So don't worry about what they want. They're the woman. They're the ones that's gonna have children for you. They're the one that's going to raise those kids, help them with their homework, teach them how to walk, talk, tie their shoe, all the stuff that you're not going to be there to do. Okay, so if you hire someone to do all of those things, you're going to be paying more than 100,000. Period. So you better be glad she only put it to 6 figures, and a low 6 figures at that. Okay, go hire a cook, a maid, a hooker, and a nanny, and see how much you're gonna spend a year, and then come back and talk. Um, Sorry, that's just what is necessary these days. Unless you like the struggle. Do I think women should still work? If they want to, they can, but I wouldn't want to. Unless it's my own business that I'm starting up from my house and maybe doing online like I do. I'm not getting ready to go out, sit in no traffic and work for other people and rush back home and help these kids with homework and then rush in the kitchen and try to cook something because I ain't cooking anyway. And then try to, say hi, hi husband. Da, 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 how was your day, children? Oh, I'm so tired. I got to get up and do this all over again tomorrow. I'm not going to do all of that, especially for a little salary when I could be doubling my salary every year with my own business. No, I'm not going to do that ever. I mean, if you have someone's support, you should use that to your financial advantage instead of going out and getting back in the rat race. Thank you, Demetria Sprinkle Sprinkle. Appreciate that. So if you have someone to fully support you, why not start a business? It may take you a while to build it up, but once it's built, you're not going to be getting a little bitty salary and $5 raises every year. You're going to be doubling what you earn. So if you earn the same thing as you earn working, and the next year you have double that, what have you done? You've become what? You become way more abundant than you would be working for someone, and you don't have to leave your house. So that's exactly what a woman should do if she marries and doesn't work. After she raises the children, gets them off to school, they can, pretty much take care of themselves. And when they get to that age where they don't need the mom as much, then start her business. She could start it little by little, doing this and that here and there. And then when everything is pretty much taken care of, like the kids and stuff, she can really put herself into it. But never am I going to go work for another person for a $5 raise every year. No. Never. Some women feel like they do just have some backup money just in case they have to leave their husband. You should have that before you even get married. Period. Be smart. Have that before you get married. Number one. Okay. Thank you. Thank you, Sprinkle, Sprinkle, Nova Doll. Before you get married, have enough money to leave. That's number one. Number two, have enough money to leave and relocate and set yourself back up and make sure it's his money that you're getting and putting in a separate account. That way, you are not trapped. Mm-hmm. Right. You said there's millionaires that didn't finish high school, right? Most millionaires and billionaires, they didn't graduate. Okay, I talked about that on my other channel. Yeah, they don't really have degrees. All right. I'm lucky. Okay. It's not about luck, it's about strategy. I'm just going to let you guys know. This is the difference between how a Dusty thinks, and I'm not calling you Dusty, but how I'll just say the average person thinks versus a man of means. Okay. There are so many ways to make money in your sleep with doing barely anything. Okay. It is up to you to find those ways and educate yourself via the internet, because this is what many people do, on how to do it. Just saying, the information is out there and it's free. I think the words you want to use is that not everyone is wise enough to figure out how to make money in their sleep. They'd rather watch basketball, the Super Bowl, Netflix. They would rather spend their time doing things like playing video games and things like that than to do the research and figure out how they can go get paid in their sleep. Okay? So when all that time adds up of what you're doing, imagine if all that time went into researching or creating ways or several streams of income to make money in your sleep. It will add up. And you will then be one of those quote unquote lucky people. So we have to think like that. It's really hard not to get a degree and make money. That's a lie. There are teenagers that make more money than most adults. Okay? You're just not thinking outside of the box. You're thinking inside of a box. So think outside of the box. You know the man that most inventors don't have degrees. Most writers and authors of bestsellers don't have degrees. Okay? Most e-commerce people don't have degrees. But most people that trade stocks don't have degrees. But they sitting up here paid. Okay? Just think about it. The money that you spend on a college education could have went into investments, real estate, and a business. And by the time you graduated, you could have already been turning a big profit. You know, a big profit. So you get several streams of income, not one that can be taken away by COVID, but you get several streams so that you have several streams of income coming in while you're asleep. That's all you got to do. Y'all think outside of the box. Don't think what they told you to think. Think what you're think. You know why they train people? If you think about it, school, it's just a training place to go. Okay, first you got to go to a classroom. Most people don't like school. You got to do what the teacher says. You got to follow rules. You got to be there at a certain time. You got to leave at a certain time, right? You're trained to think a certain way so that you could go straight to the workplace or to college, and they train you even more, and you go straight to the workplace. You report to the boss at a certain time. You do things by their rules, and you compete for a grade or you compete for a salary. It's the same thing. When are you going to be the boss? When are you going to take over for your own life? When are you going to decide when you want to get up, where you want to go? When are you going to do that? You know, so I feel that when you decide that you don't want to work for people anymore, when you decide you don't want to be told what to do, when to do it, that's when you'll start thinking outside of the box. When you want to free your own self from having to do that, that's when you'll go do it. And many women have to do that because they don't have the option to go to work all the time or every day because they do have children or they are married and they can't stretch themselves that thin for some other man. Okay? So women basically are forced to think outside of the box sometimes on different ways to get paid. And so that's why a lot of women are entrepreneurs and they start making a lot of money real quick because they don't wait for $5 raises or bonuses. They double their profit almost every year. Okay? And this is why there's a huge gap in women entrepreneurship because we have to do certain things. We don't have a choice. We are forced to think different. So perhaps you should look at things in that way as if you don't have a choice. If you didn't have a choice, what would you do if you couldn't work a 9 to 5? How would you make your money? That may help you open your own business. You don't have to quit your day job. You can work on your side business until it starts out earning whatever you make at work. And you can quit that. Your 4-year-old just said, Miss Sprinkle Sprinkle. Aw, that is so cute. There. Tell your 4-year-old, hello, Sprinkle Sprinkle. Right. Okay, so Thank you, TJ Ola. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I exercise. I'm fit. However, I have scars on my tummy from your tummy tuck and BL surgery. Can that affect the way? Not if you don't see him. Like when he gonna see your booty and your scar, tummy tuck scar after he done spent how much on you? Okay. By that time, they may have lightened up. Get you some good scar cream or whatnot. They're not gonna care. Put some sexy lingerie over it. Y'all worry about stuff too much. Turn off the lights. Put some candlelight on. Put some sparkles on. Get you some of that uh Fenty glow body glow oil stuff, girl. What you doing? Decorate it. Okay. Y'all worried too much. Thank you, Aaron. Sprinkle, sprinkle. I'm having trouble finding a man of means during COVID era. What is the best sugar daddy or date? I don't know. I don't go on dating sites. Go to rich areas of town. Go to the grocery store in the rich area of town. They over there. Go to the essential places on the very wealthy side of town. That's where you're going to find them. That's where they shop at. Okay, get in your car and drive. People respect people that they meet in person a lot more than meeting on a dating site. Believe. Would you prefer to be your own business, lingerie, or classy pajamas? Both. Why choose? I'm doing both. Bye. I ain't got to choose. I'm gonna do both. All right. I only attract men my age out in public. Their daddies never talk to me unless we met online. Well, then you need to look a little bit more classy. Not saying that you don't look classy, but you need to look a little bit more approachable to older men by looking, not doing the latest trends, not looking like Nicki Minaj or a Barbie, or not wearing sneakers. I don't know if you wear sneakers. Not wearing bodycon. You got to dress like very classy. So I can take her to the country club. I can take her to church. If you go to church, I can take. That's what they want. They don't want to say, "Oh, he's paying her. She's a hooker." So look like the type of woman they want to be seen out in public with and not be embarrassed. You said look like a librarian. Yeah. You trying to attract older men, you got to look appropriate for them. Okay. Sorry. I know it's like something that y'all aren't used to. But if that's what you're trying to attract, that's what you're going to have to do. Mhm. Um, okay. Are you appealing to a man of means? Right, right. How do you express yourself? How do you laugh? How do you respond to a joke? How do you do certain things? Do you yell? Do you snort? Uh, do you do the fake laugh? Like, do you talk too loud? Can people over there hear you? So, if you have a naturally loud voice, learn to speak softly. Practice speaking softly because people don't want the people over there 2 tables away to hear your conversation. Okay. I I really don't like when people talk loud, especially if we're out uh, at a restaurant and they talk like this. Like, I can hear you. Why are you speaking that loud? Are you deaf? Um, I hate it when people talk loud, where people can hear you 5 tables away. Shut up. Okay. Sorry. Mm-hmm. Some people actually do this so they can be heard and people can turn and look. Like if you're one of those type of people, stop doing that. Mm-hmm. Come with a nice, soft, feminine voice that's not loud and they can't hear you 5 tables away. And when you laugh, don't laugh so loud that they can hear you 5 tables away. Get you a fake laugh ready or just chuckle or whatever. That's funny. You said you're Italian and that's a problem. Well, you better practice being quiet. You know, if you was in a horror movie and you had to whisper or speak quietly so the killer can't get you, you might just have to get got. Okay. Practice being quiet because that could be, you know, where they cut you at. Like, nope, we can't ever see each other again. You're too loud. And rather than just tell you to shut up and speak quiet, they'd rather just go get another one because they have options and they don't want to hurt your feelings. Okay? And sometimes women are going to just get ghosted and they're not going to know why. And sometimes it's for one little stupid thing. She talks too loud. Okay? She's basic. Her clothes are inappropriate. Um, da da da. Anything she talks with her mouth open with food in it. Could be any of those things. She ordered Moscato. Her elbow was on the table. She ordered extra ranch on a Caesar salad. What do you think of form-fitting sweater dresses or knit dress for a winter date? I mean, I think it's cute as long as it's not inappropriately tight. Especially if you're going out with an older man. You don't want to look like his call girl or his hooker. You want to look classy. So if it's a classy look and you look classy, then by all means, it's fine. You don't want to look like the call girl. That's all. That's all I'm saying. So if that's what it looked like, don't wear it. If it's super tight and fitted and short, don't wear it. If it's long, maybe like to your knee or maybe a little bit below your knee, and it's not super tight where you can see everything, then it's probably okay. But if it's super tight and it's short, don't wear that. Okay. What if you make more money than your man? Greetings from Germany. Um, then hopefully your man can still support you, and you can save all your money. And invest it in something. I don't know. Do you speak like that all the time, Shira, or is it just an act? I love it. Like what? The version that you get on here is the real me. This is me. Now, when I'm out and about, and like if I'm doing stuff, I'm trying to, fake it and act and all that kind of stuff, you're going to get the act version of it. Hi, how are you? Yes, I love this place. It's so beautiful. Wow. That's the fake version of me. This is the real version, the version that you're getting here. But the fake version is what I tell y'all to be and how to act and smile and tell all that. So that's what y'all get. Y'all get the real me here. This is after you've known me for years and you get to know me. Okay. Mm-hmm. Right. Yes, makeup equals fake. Exactly. Women like makeup because it enhances their beauty and it makes them look very polished It adds a little bit of mystery, and it gives you a little bit of edge on the other women who are more plain, right? So I always encouraged women to wear makeup. The trolls are still foaming at the mouth, I know. At least they have someone to look at other than their mothers, right? My son wanted me to check your channel out. Okay, let's see. Oh, your son is so sweet. Sprinkle, sprinkle. So another way to be appealing to a man of means is try to keep up with current events, even if you don't like them or very much into them. At least you are going to know what they're talking about, and you can kind of keep up with the conversation. You don't have to have an opinion on anything. You can just think, oh yeah, that's crazy, right? That's interesting, right? That's whatever. But at least you're going to understand and be able to keep up with the conversation and know what's happening. A lot of people feel that if you don't know what's going on in the world, that you're not really, for them. So, know what's going on, be able to speak on it for a second, but you don't have to have any, harsh opinions about anything. Another thing is, like, if you have if you have a past relationship or something that, like an ex or something, don't bring up your ex. Don't bring up what they didn't do, why things were their fault. Like, don't talk about the ex. That's for any man. Don't talk about your ex. Okay. If they bring up, oh, why aren't you married? Why are you with what was your last boyfriend or whatever? Always say, oh, I had a fiance and they moved out of the country. That means nothing happened. Nothing was my fault. I just didn't want to move. And when you say fiance, it means, oh, I was marriage material, which I still am. Okay. I just ain't gonna move out of my country, period. And so they'll understand that. There's not a lot of questions that's going to be asked about that, because duh. And you don't have to sit there and talk about an ex or why things didn't work out or blah, 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 blah. Because the answer is sitting right there and it's too obvious, and you can move on and, talk about something else. Okay. That's why. Okay. She says she don't want to take what somebody else worked for. Don't even make me go there. Then get out of America, baby. Give your land back to the natives. Give your land back to whoever worked it before you got there. I don't know. Because y'all sure take stuff. People sure take stuff and don't even realize it. All right. Make more for me to take. Right. Exactly. They should be getting it to you. Okay. Yeah. You like my spiritual channel? Go over there. Sure. That's why I have 2 channels. Thank you. Thank you, MC Sprinkle Sprinkle 34. And you're not sure if I want kids. Man of means 55 has daughter. He wants marriage, but no more kids. He's waiting for my response to booth together help. Girl, you can have kids if you want to. Just because he say something don't mean that's what it's gonna be. Sprinkle Sprinkle. Y'all are crazy. Like, did he have control over your body? Did you sign over medical rights? Then have your child after you get married. Okay. Y'all act like people control you. Don't nobody control you but you. If you want a child, he don't, okay. Oops, got pregnant. Accident. I guess you're gonna be a daddy. There you go. Mm-hmm. Right. So another thing, and I'm about to end this in a few minutes. Another thing that men of means find appealing is that you have your own opinion in life, but you don't force it on them. Okay. You can differ in opinion, but don't force it on them. You can have your own life, but don't try to drag them to doing something they don't want to do. They will respect you more if you have your own stuff, your like going on, and your own opinion, and not always having to agree with everything they say and everything they do and want to be up under them 24/7. So have something going for yourself that's not including them. Okay. Um, right. So should I tell him I don't hold on. So should I tell him I don't want kids and move in? You should tell him whatever you need to tell him, baby, to get to what you need to get to. You understand? You should tell him whatever you need to tell him to get to what you want done. Because don't they do that to us? All right, then go do the same thing. All right. Do whatever you need to do to get to where you need to go. If you want to have kids later on. Say, I changed my mind. Well, it's a miracle. Well, it must be meant to be. I guess the universe had other plans. Then be done with it and do what you got to do. Okay? Y'all act like y'all don't control y'all's own life and destiny. That's what I'm going to do. Right. Mm-hmm. Yep. Just remember, let's see. Another woman will gladly take what you're afraid to do. Exactly. They sure will. They'll be like, shoot, I'm going to lie to you and I'm going to do what I want to do, period. Right. So, nothing but a con. Yes. Women are nothing but cons. I'm glad you realize that. But yet you still show up, you still chase, you still, talk to us on a daily basis. You still in our face. And y'all already know this. So, who cares? This is information that is public. We are after your wallets, sir. We like money. We like comfort. We like lifestyle. That is not a secret. We don't have to lie and say, we like being a pygmisha. We like being your maid. We like being your cook, your laundromat. We like being all those things for free and going to have to work for another man all day and look at you at rent time and hand you some money because you can't handle it on your own. Yes, we don't want that anymore, sir. And we're not going to lie about it. We don't want mediocrity. We don't want your little 5-figure salaries. So if you want someone who wants that, I'm pretty sure you can find them very easily out there. They're probably not going to be on this channel, though, which is strange as to why you are here. If you're here and you don't like these things, ask yourself, why are you here? Why am I here? I don't like these type of women. I like Pygmisha. Yet Pygmisha, her inbox is dry and her YouTube channel has crickets on it right now because y'all are over here. So, what is it that you really desire? If you desire money for yourself, then go figure out how to earn some or make it or create another stream of income if that's what you're really wanting. If you're mad at us for wanting more than you can provide, then you should already know that you are not the target anyway. So you are safe. Okay? You safe. There is no danger here for you. So the only reason you must be here is to look at the type of women you cannot afford, and to talk to them and interact with them. This is the only reason why you are here. And we know that. This is why we allow you to stay, because this is your only time and chance you can do it. Okay. Sprinkle, sprinkle. It's tough out there in quarantine and whatnot. Anyway. You said I run background checks on people. I tell people to run background checks. I mean, if you're going to go out with a strange person and you don't know what's in their past, of course. Smart women do that. You must be dumb. And how many women do that to their dates or men that they're talking to? The smart ones. Right. Like, don't come in here spewing out pick me shit advice. We don't need that. Background checks on other women. I don't run background checks on women. That's a waste of money. Unless they, unless I'm doing business with them, yeah, of course. Only smart people will do that. My IQ is probably way higher than yours. Okay. Shira, you need help. I want to show this guy that I don't anything more than being a friend to him. He's a dusty man. The problem is we run a business together. What should I do? Ask him for some money. Well, if you run a business together and he likes you and you don't like him because he dusty or whatever, then show him what type of man you do like. Be impressed by things that he don't have and see if he tries to get them. Maybe you can inspire him to do more and to do better by showing him the type of man that you are only going to deal with. Okay? Like, oh, I'm so sorry. Have someone pick you up from work that you're dating that you know well enough to pick you up. Text someone else on the phone. It's like, oh, I have a date this evening. Let them know that you're dating other people. And if he asks why you don't date him, it's like, oh, well, I tend to date men that do this, this, and that, or have this, this, and that. It's just, my mom wouldn't have it any other way. Blame your mom. My mom wants me to date men. Da-da-da-da-da. Y'all, I actually have a company that wants to sponsor me, and it's a background check company. They want to pay me to advertise them. That's funny though, right? Sprinkle, sprinkle, because they know a lot of women are dating on this channel and need to do the background checks. Okay. Shira has never obtained real wealth. That's why she sits on YouTube all that. That's right, baby. I don't have no real wealth. That's why I sit on YouTube all day. You right. You sitting here right with me, ain't you? There's only one difference between you and I right now. And I think you know what it is. You're here for free. I'm not. All right. So, getting over someone who abused you, I'm really hurt from the last situation and left me feeling worthless. On the black market, you're not worthless. Your organs are worth a grip. On the human trafficking market, you're not worthless. Your alive body is worth a grip. So you can't feel worthless because you're alive. That's number one. Number two is if you accept other people's opinion of who you are, then you have forfeited your identity and let someone else define you. So you need to get your identity back by leveling up and putting yourself first for everything from this moment on. You can't think about the past. Okay, it happened. You learned your lesson. Don't repeat. Put yourself first. Only believe what you believe about yourself and what you want to believe. Everything else is other people's opinion. Start over or learn your lesson and pick yourself up and do better. You're not worthless, believe me. Thank you, Christina Sprinkle Sprinkle. My husband always says that he's going to get his baby mama to fight me. So ghetto, especially because I don't fight. What should I respond to? I hope this is a joke, but if it's not, I would say this will be my response. I'm sorry. You said you're going to get who to fight me? The mother of your children? Okay. Well, I don't fight. I'm a lady. So that's going to be a problem. I do, however, have mace, a taser, and I have 911 on speed dial. So, and I will file assault charges, and I will not take in your other children. So, do what you have to do. That would be my response, straight up. And I ain't finna fight, but you will have some problems later on. Right. Yes, fighting is very masculine. You don't want to do that, darling. Mm-hmm. No, you said you was embarrassed. You did, girl. I wouldn't even. At least you were brave enough to say it, but at least you have something to say back. Tell him you're gonna get your sugar daddy to get him fired. Right. Yeah, I can't miss one day on YouTube. I gotta be up here every day. That's right. I'm here for you. Um, you can get a restraining order for sure. Exactly. What should you say if an ex Dusty who has been giving me cash declines a Valentine, who has been giving me cash declines a Valentine's Day gift? It's a 500. Huh? I don't understand what you're talking about. He's giving you a gift, or you're trying to give him a gift? I don't know. What should I say if an ex Dusty who has been Sorry, y'all, I had some technical difficulties. The StreamYard thing or something happened. But anyway, y'all see me, I'm back. I gotta go in a few minutes anyway. But I don't hey. Yeah, it's tripping. I don't know why it keeps doing that. But I'm getting ready to go anyway. My alarm just went off, so I gotta go. I gotta pick up the children from school. But sorry there was like a little break, but I gotta go. I wouldn't expect no $500 from no, necklace from no Dusty. Um I might be back on later or maybe on my other channel. So y'all may have like 5 more minutes if y'all want to add something or ask another question. Hopefully they'll edit out that downtime on YouTube or whatnot. Okay. No, we're having bad weather in the area anyway. It's like really bad weather. Yeah, y'all know I don't mind my trolls. My trolls are probably my number one fans or number two fans or whatever. But I don't really mind them if that's what they like, if that's what brings joy to them, to see my face and to comment, and I don't mind. Who am I to take that away from them? That might be the highlight of their day. Thank you, Barbie. Sprinkle, sprinkle. Thank you for being here despite the weirdo bums. Love you. Oh, sprinkle, sprinkle, girl. I'm going to be here. Thank you. I appreciate it. They're doing the same thing every day and they expect me to react different. I don't care. Come comment, give me my money. Sprinkle, sprinkle. That's all that happens anyways. The sun is out. Yes, this is the sun. It's a background. It's very cloudy and foggy today, and it's going to rain, or it's raining. It's been raining off and on. So, right. Y'all thought this was real? No. So sorry. All attention is positive attention. You're correct. Money goes where attention flows. So I'll take it. So have a good outlook on life. Be positive. Don't look like an escort when you go out. Don't order basic stuff. It's low class. Know about current events. Have some table manners, learn manners, speak in a soft voice when you're out in a restaurant. All the things that we went over in this video, y'all can, take some notes on later if you rewatch it. But thank you guys so much. I'm about to go. I will see y'all on the next one. If you find any topics that you want me to cover and you think that I would cover them, let me know in the permanent comments and I'll take a look through them and then maybe we can see what the next video topic could be. Okay, I'll see y'all later.